With the release of the IG report, many in Washington are reacting to the bombshell revelations of FBI abuses and tactics used against the Trump campaign. One America's Jack Posobiec sits down with General Flynn's lead attorney to learn more.
Now let's break this down for people so they understand. What they told people was a defensive briefing actually wasn't. They lied about that. They said that this was actually a preview of a presidential daily brief, a PDB.
Yes.
But in actuality, what the IG found was that agents were using this as part of a CI operation to go in and essentially conduct surveillance directly on General Flynn at that time.
And it wasn't a defensive briefing. They lied about it being a defensive briefing. It was a sample presidential daily briefing. They lied to everyone later that it was a defensive briefing.
Okay, so what does that mean, or will that have any effect on General Flynn's case, as he's the only one right now who has an active case? You're representing him.
There are two huge takeaways from this for me right now, and to be perfectly clear, I have not read the full report. I will take some time to mine it completely and process all of it. There's a lot of information in there, just as I expected. But the first big one is how much egregious government misconduct there was in the entire report from the beginning to the end of the way the FBI and to some extent the DOJ handled all of this. And on the second big thing was that they sent an FBI agent in under what was billed to the campaign as a presidential daily briefing, a sample of that was given to each of the two candidates. But the FBI took the opportunity to send in an FBI agent who was later one of the two who interviewed Flynn on January 24 when they ambushed him in the White House after the McCabe thing. So obviously they were planning on that whole scenario from August of 2016 and then completed it with the interview in the White House on January 24th.
Is this going to create problems for the people who oversaw this operation, this counterintelligence operation of the presidential campaign, of members of that campaign? The entire chain of command was referred by IG Horowitz. What comes next?
What comes next is probably indictments from John Durham. There is going to have to be criminal charges filed against the FBI agent who falsified the document. You know, I've already established in exhibits to my motions the falsification of information in the 302, the report of the interview of General Flynn on January 24th, that isn't supported by the notes of either agent. And Peter Strzok went in the night of February 10th and made some stunning changes in the 302 to add information that they later used as the purported basis for false statement charges against him. The entire thing is just a huge blight on the face of the Department of Justice and the FBI. I don't understand why the Department of Justice, to show some semblance of integrity here, hasn't already come in and at least, today moved to dismiss the case against General Flynn completely.
For people at home who are reading all this, who are watching it on their screens, they're wondering, what can we do? What can we do as Americans if they have a problem with this? Who should they put pressure on, and what can they hope for?
I think they should put pressure on the U.S. Attorney in the District of Columbia to dismiss the case against General Flynn, and also the Department of Justice itself.
Sydney, where can people go if they want to support you or if they want to support General Flynn?
Donations can be made at www.MikeFlynnDefenseFund.org. We do have expenses in the process, and this has been a huge help to keep everything going.
Sydney, thank you so much. General Flynn is a great advocate in you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jack.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.